everybody. Welcome back to my channel, The CD Collector. My name is Brandon. If you're new here, this channel is about anything related to showing off parts of my CD collection. And I do have some vinyl also. Over 5,000 CDs currently in my collection and growing. Still working on getting it organized before I can start showing off parts of it again. So I've just been doing haul videos, and this is undifferent. This is going to be CDs I got from the record store recently. So a little stack of 5 CDs I'll go over. One I'm actually gonna probably flip and resell on eBay. But I paid a total of $28.10, and that includes one CD that is brand new. So we'll start with the one that I'm gonna probably end up flipping. And from what I've heard, it's actually a local group. Too Far Gone, Domestic Damage. It's hip hop. So I guess they're from around this area that I live in. This is not on eBay, so I'm going to shoot high. Probably throw this up for $100 and see what happens. Just never know. I don't know the condition yet. I'm going to find out right now as we look. It's the first time you're actually opening these up, checking them out. This has a mark or two. Other than that, spotless. But this sells. This is going to be basically 3 times what I paid for everything else. The Thrill reseller. If you're unfamiliar, I do another channel called Media Picker. Links below if you want to check it out. Talks about me flipping CDs for a profit, making money off that part-time. The next one is one I swore I had. I hadn't had it, which I'm actually really surprised. I double-checked my database, which it's pretty updated as far as the older stuff. I don't have just a couple stacks behind me I'm going to work on. I'm actually going to work on some of that after this video, since I've already got the eBay stuff done for the day. This is Electric Boys Funko Metal Carpet Ride. This is Hair Metal. This came out towards the end of Hair Metal, 1990. 91 or so is when grunge started really taking over. So these guys were a little late to the party because I believe this is their debut album. Case is broken, so there's the inside of the booklet. Good thing I replaced my cases. There is your CD label. And the condition on this is very good. It's got some smudges I can probably wipe off, a couple light scratches. Nothing major. The record store actually seems to be... My dog's not bothering me. Record store actually seems to be taking stuff in to resell in better condition than they have in the past. So grateful for that, because you really can't open them up because they have the security things around them. Unless I asked them to open it up before I purchase it. But the next one actually is a CD I sold before. When I saw this, I'm like, maybe I can flip it. And then when I looked at current market prices, I'm like, no, I'm going to keep it. So these all were $7.99 for the used. The first two I showed you, this third one, I'll show you the used ones first. Or $6.99. Actually, everything was $6.99. When you buy 3 used CDs, you get 1 free. So then it drops the price down. Basically, you're paying, $21 divided by, whatever. Divided by 4 or whatever. So actually, one they only charged me $4.99 for. Was that only a $5 CD? No, they had this one for $6.99, but they only charged me $5. Not complaining. Anyway, so I've sold the CD. I want to say it was about $30, $35, probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. Now when I look at it, you can get like a new copy for like $15. And I'm like, wow, really? I was comparing, prices on eBay and see, well, maybe I can flip it. This is actually really cool. Actually, they came out with another greatest hits recently of his. I'll probably pick up. It just came out last year. This is Coolio, the greatest hits and remixes. Obviously, this is hip hop. He's known for his biggest hit is Gangsta's Paradise. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, something new. Too Hot, Fantastic Voyage. See you when you get there. Quite a few hits of remixes on here also, obviously. But track listing there. Hoping this is in pretty good shape. Looks like it probably is. But it's got a few small dents in it. And then see, it just has a couple light marks, nothing big. That's one thing I ever noticed. How does a dent get in the middle of a book? None of the stuff I ever have used or handled personally that I've bought new has ever done that. I get you're trying to put it in the jewel case and the tab dents. I get that. And then you close the case and it's indented there. But how do you get all these dents in the middle? You just leave it out and drop shit on it? Or I take care of my stuff, so I don't have that issue. But I was just curious. I've never really got dents there personally handling stuff. But anyway, glad to have that in the collection. Last used one is the whole reason why I actually went to the record store, because as soon as my friend, thank you Eric for sending me a picture of it through Messenger on Facebook, he knew, one, that it's worth a little bit of money online if I wanted to resell it, and two, he knew that I like Great White and didn't have it, I didn't want to buy it, and it was used, and he didn't need it. So as soon as he sent me the thing, I got dressed and I said, I'll be there in a couple minutes, and I was. And of course, when you buy one used CD, if you're getting a fourth one free, you might as well try and pick up a couple others. So, needless to say, 45 minutes later, I bought all this. This is actually really rare on CD. I do actually have it on vinyl when I look in my database. This is Great White Recovery Live On Your Knees. It is various live songs from 82, 83, 86, 15 tracks total. I don't think the vinyl has that many tracks. I think the vinyl is almost like an EP. I could be wrong. I have to look at it again. But I have not checked the condition of this. I'm actually really curious. Just making sure it actually has the correct CD in there. There's your inside the booklet there, and then there's your CD label. And condition is a couple light marks, nothing major, so glad I have it in the collection. Again, this is rare. I do have most of the Great White stuff. There's a couple of them still missing that I'm going to eventually pick up. I do have some of the harder ones. The self-title is really hard to get on CD. He actually pointed those out to me before, also back a few months ago. So, of course, I snagged those up previously. Try these back in, these stupid little things for now. Eventually, they're going to come out and they're going to go in my sleeves because I don't have space probably in the cases. And the last one I'm not going to open up because it's still new and sealed. They have quite a few new CDs that they marked down. I guess they're just trying to move through stuff and make room for other stuff. So glad for that, because this is normally $16. They marked it down to $7. This is a brand new CD. This is Operation Mindcrime, The Key. For those of you who know this kind of music, you may be familiar with the title Operation Mindcrime. It's taken from an album from Queensryche, which this is the former lead singer of Queensryche, Jeff Tate. This came out in 2015 on the Frontiers record label. Jeff Tate, he had a falling out with a band, so the band goes under Queensryche, and then he goes under Operation Mindcrime. I think he's doing something where he's not going to do that much anymore, too, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I thought I remember hearing that, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, just figured I'd show you a little bit what I got for this. I thought it's a pretty good haul considering. Like I said, all going in the collection except for the first one I showed you, which is the hip hop CD. We take a shot for $100 and see what happens. But let me show you the spines again in case it's something you might want to be checking out. And focus. There it is. And that's it. So I got questions, comments, anything, feel free to throw them in the chat. If you got anything on this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Click the like button, which also does help me out, and then click the bell for future notifications of other videos just like this. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.